Hi everyone, this is Purple Charger, and this is my video response to Miss Dragonfly 1's video response to 40 TV's panel on illegal immigration. I just wanted to put in some of my comments on her her statements that she made about the video.
Immigrants are not all undereducated.
In the actual video, the speaker made it quite clear that they were trying to make a clear distinction that they were both educated and undereducated. She never said directly that they were all undereducated.
The truth is that because they're so different from us, either more or less educated, they don't compete with us.
And our economy would not fail.
The point of this video was not to argue whether the economy would fail with or without immigrants, but whether they help or hinder the economy. So this is a complete straw man, which has no valid point in this argument against the video.
I know in Oklahoma, I think it's the whole state or either it's one county that I can't remember, but they stopped giving food stamps and health care and other aid to illegal immigrants, and they all left. And the economy did not collapse.
I love how you try and make it sound like they all left because all of a sudden their benefits were taken away. In reality, if you actually read the article that you linked to in your video, you'd realize that they left because of fear of being deported. Because a nation that refuses to give them citizenship or allow them the means to become citizens through phony quotas would kick them out. And they would rather live here and earn a much better living than they would in Mexico or whatever other home country that they happen to have come from. Then, you know, it's just better here. So really that law did nothing to help the problem, but only move it to another state where the problem starts all over again and it never gets solved.
In fact, it did just fine. Those jobs went to Americans who are willing to work. You know, we are willing to work hard. Americans do want jobs. They want to work. You know, and how dare you say otherwise?
Yes, how dare someone present a conflicting viewpoint? Actual statistics, however, show that at any time there's an economic boom in the United States, immigration from foreign countries, especially Mexico, where the most amount of immigrants come from, rises. Anytime there's an economic downturn, there is a decrease in the amount of immigration from countries, especially Mexico. The Pew Hispanic Center presented several graphs during the full version of the panel that 40 TV did, showing the downturn in immigration from Mexico as the economy went downward, and the rise of it in the 1990s and into 2000, while the economy was still largely intact. The fact of the matter is that Americans are more educated than they were in the 70s, when immigration was really low coming in from Mexico. And because of that, most of the manual labor was done here in the United States by Americans. As Americans became more educated, they moved to take higher attaining jobs, as the panel explained. Because of this, there was less Americans who were able to take the lower end jobs. And so, seeing an opportunity, immigrants coming from Mexico or wherever took those low end jobs as they became available. Because the economy went into recession, there was less of those jobs because Americans were taking those jobs again because they had to, because of unemployment. But the fact of the matter is also that some of those jobs are still there because immigrants are still coming in. Yet we have record low unemployment, and there's all sorts of things. Even when the economy was high, there was tons of immigrants coming in, yet we had homeless, we had poor people still, we had people that weren't taking jobs apparently. So it works both ways and is a double-edged sword. You can't possibly say that all Americans want to work because not all do. So you're left with that problem.
I disagree. And Oklahoma disagrees too. It's happened. Illegal immigrants left Dodge, and the economy did not collapse. I am more than welcoming to people who legally immigrate here.
Legal immigrants didn't really leave Dodge. They were more like kicked out of Dodge at the threat of being deported. What needs to happen to fix illegal immigration so that there's less illegal immigration is to remove quotas. The reason why people come here illegally is because they are forced to. Because the government says prematurely at a certain number, that's when we stop taking applications for a set number of time, like a year. The reason why people do it illegally because they are forced to. They're not allowed in via the legal method through quotas. So, if you really believe in legal immigration, the logical thing to do is to petition Congress and the President to get rid of quotas and make it so that the only way that you're not allowed in is because of your criminal record or because you have some contagious disease or failed to pass some sort of medical test. Otherwise, there should be no barrier on how many immigrants can come into the country legally. No limit. That is how you fix illegal immigration.